Hello everyone, welcome back to a new video on our YouTube channel. In this video we're going to rank the best villains from Season 1 of Scooby-Doo, Mystery Incorporated. Don't forget, a new video is released every week on this YouTube channel. Make sure to turn on notifications so you stay up to date with everything I post. Now, let's get started. Alright, so in last place on our list of the best villains, we have Robot Dog. This robotic dog appears in Crystal Cove to mess with Scooby-Doo. It attacks several citizens of the town as well as some of its buildings. Because of this robot, Scooby ends up being locked in the Crystal Cove Animal Asylum for the criminally insane. The robot goes after Scooby to hunt him down, but the gang shows up just in time and saves him, then sets a trap for the robot. After setting the trap, they manage to catch both the robot and the one controlling it. The person behind the controls was Jason Wyatt's mother, who wanted revenge on Mystery Incorporated because she believed her son was being bullied at school because of them. Next, we have Slime Mutant. He's the first villain to appear in this series. His ability is to mummify people into green cocoons. Professor Emmanuel Raffalo is the one hiding behind the mask of the Slime Mutant. He used this disguise to scare off the workers in the sewers under Crystal Cove and mummified them into cocoons. These cocoons were made from the same substance as Franklin Fruitmere's dessert. With the tunnels emptied of workers, he could easily use them to reach under the Crystal Cove bank and rob it without anyone knowing. Next on our list is Dead Justice, a ghostly cowboy who appears out of nowhere and scares Sheriff Bronson Stone. Dead Justice shows up as a hero and captures Piranha Goat before Bronson Stone has the chance to do it himself. Mayor Jones, along with the entire town, turns against Bronson, and the role of sheriff is handed over to Dead Justice. Eventually, Mystery Incorporated discovers that Dead Justice isn't a ghost at all, he's actually Deputy Bucky. He was tired of being Bronson's sidekick, and in order to become Dead Justice, he used CGI and special effects. In the end, Bronson gets his sheriff badge back. Next up is Lord Infernicus. He's a flaming demon that looks like a skeleton. Lord Infernicus is heavily inspired by Ghost Rider, the flaming skeleton who rides a motorcycle. He appears in Scooby-Doo's Fever Dream and comes to abduct all the teenagers attending the Mystery Solvers Club state finals. In this dream, Infernicus challenges Scooby and a group of classic Hanna-Barbera mascots to rescue their friends. After an intense chase, Scooby finally manages to catch and unmask Lord Infernicus. It turns out he was Funky Phantom who wanted to build his own mystery-solving team. Ghost Girl. This ghostly figure kidnaps boys in a black limousine and reveals her terrifying phantom face. The Ghost Girl is actually Alice May, a new student who transfers to the high school in Crystal Cove. When Fred sees how beautiful Alice is, he starts to take an interest in her, but Daphne becomes jealous and suspicious, so she begins looking for clues. She discovers that many of the clues lead to a crypt in the cemetery, where she finds the old creeper costume that belonged to Deacon Carlswell and a stolen transfer receipt. Daphne does everything she can to stop Fred from going to the dance with Alice May, and tells him everything she found. Daphne's suspicions are confirmed when they catch Ghost Girl and unmask her as Alice May. But after being caught, Alice reveals that she came to take revenge on Mystery Incorporated for the arrest of her father, and if you want to know more about Alice May's full story, I've made a dedicated video on the channel all about her. And here we are, the top 5. In 5th place, we have Danny Darrow, a boy who became a paranoid hermit because of the treasure he owns. He is the last surviving member of the wealthy Darrow family. A long time ago, the massive Darrow Manor collapsed on Halloween night while the family was fighting over a strange golden object. Time passed, and Danny survived, but he never left, choosing instead to stay behind and protect his treasure. His treasure is a piece of the planispheric disk, and because of it, he filled the entire Darrow Manor with traps. Years ago, the original Mystery Incorporated came looking for it, but after Danny set the traps, they never returned. In the present day, Scooby and the gang managed to discover the sunken manor and descend through its chimney, which now lies beneath Darrow University. Once they reach the bottom, they encounter all kinds of traps designed to play on their deepest weaknesses. After each member of the team faces different traps, it's finally Fred's turn to set a trap, this time for Danny. They catch him and realize that his obsession with the piece of the disc has completely isolated him, making him unaware of how much time has passed or that his family is long gone. In the end, due to the triggered traps, the manor collapses once again, and Danny is left behind in it forever. In 4th place, we have the ghost that haunts Mayor Jones. This ghost is actually Professor Pericles, who knows that Mayor Jones is hiding a piece of the planispheric disk. The Jones household is full of traps set up by Fred, but Pericles takes control of these traps and, with his brilliant mind, torments Mayor Jones every single night. Fred swears to his father that he will solve this mystery, even if it means giving up mystery solving forever. While searching for clues, the gang finds a lot of seeds and starts to realize who the ghost might be. Eventually, they unmask Pericles, and he reveals that he had hacked into Fred's laptop and reprogrammed all the traps in the house so they could be controlled remotely. But Pericles had one last trap prepared, and with it, he managed to steal the piece of the disc. In the end, the gang finds Mayor Jones tied up in the basement of his own house. And now we've reached the top 3 scariest villains. In third place, we have the Headless Horror. At first, this cursed headless jungle spirit is awakened by Dr. Rick Spartan after he enters a pyramid containing an ancient cursed tomb. He steals the head that was resting in the tomb, but suddenly a terrifying, headless creature with a horrifying face on its chest appears. After a battle between Rick Spartan and the headless beast, he is defeated and threatened with the curse. When he returns to Crystal Cove, he is attacked multiple times by the creature and makes several attempts to break the curse. But eventually, some clues, unrelated to anything supernatural, reveal the truth. The creature was actually Marion Spartan. She explains that she did all of this because she was tired of living in the jungle and wanted to scare Rick Spartan into giving up his adventurous lifestyle. In the end, he forgives his wife and is relieved to learn there's no curse hanging over his head. Second place in our ranking goes to Obliteratrix. She is a masked soldier, dressed in leather and armed with high-tech weaponry, and she has only one mission: destroy Mystery Incorporated. She makes her entrance by blowing up the mystery machine right in front of the gang. She attacks them several times using weapons from her arsenal, also causing destruction throughout Crystal Cove. But after chasing them down and trapping Mystery Incorporated, Angel Dynamite steps in to help, leading to a fierce showdown between Obliteratrix and Angel, a battle that Angel ultimately wins. Obliteratrix is then revealed to be Alice May, who had gotten out of prison and returned as Mr. E's pawn. She confesses that she was never actually trying to destroy them, but only to distract them long enough for Professor Pericles to steal another piece of the planispheric disc. In first place, we have the Freak of Crystal Cove, the mysterious figure who haunted Crystal Cove for decades, terrorizing both the original Mystery Incorporated and the current one. The Freak of Crystal Cove is revealed to be Mayor Fred Jones, Fred's adoptive father. He confesses that many years ago, he disguised himself as the Freak in order to steal the planispheric disc from the original Mystery Incorporated. He forged documents, framed people, and even exiled the original Mystery Incorporated. He orchestrated all of this alongside Professor Pericles, but later betrayed him and had him locked up in the Crystal Cove Animal Asylum for the criminally insane, claiming he was responsible for the disappearance of the original team's members. But the most disturbing thing he did was kidnap Fred as a baby from his real parents, Brad Chills and Judy Reeves, threatening to harm Fred if they ever returned. After all these revelations, the Freak of Crystal Cove is finally taken to prison by Sheriff Bronson Stone. I hope you enjoyed this ranking of the top 10 villains from Season 1. In the coming weeks, I'll be releasing the next part, featuring the top 10 villains from Season 2. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, and turn on notifications so you stay up to date with everything I post. Until next time, I wish you all the best.